Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and in this video we are going to see how you can enter the opening inventory balances in QuickBooks. So let's get started with this video. Alright, now that we have entered all the details of the debtors and creditors, let's see how we can enter the stock details in QuickBooks. So we have the opening stock of 900,000, which is equivalent to this 4 items. We have the Corolla windscreen in stock, we have Civic headlights, Suzuki wheel cups and rear lights. So this is the quantity at the opening and this is the rate, which makes the total of 900,000. So how do we enter this opening inventory in QuickBooks? Let's see. So to enter the opening inventory, I'll head over to this section which says item and services. Just click on that, and at the bottom you will see this item area where you can create the new item. You can also use the short key of Control N. So if we press the Control N key, we will see this area where we can create the inventory item. But I want the inventory part type here, which is not available at the moment. We have the service item, non-inventory part and all, but we cannot see the inventory part. That's because when we started the company, it automatically started it as an express start, and at that time it doesn't enable the inventory by default, so we have to manually enable it. But that's very simple. I'll just head over to edit and click on preferences, and from preferences I'll go to items and inventory, go to company preferences, and here I'll click on inventory and purchase orders are active. That's very simple. I'll go to edit preferences, then simply select the item and inventory, and then straight away go to company preferences and select this. Once you select this, click OK. Now if you see the error at that time, maybe that you have opened the item screen, so you have to first close that. Let me show you this. Let's say that you have opened this and you haven't closed it. If I now try to go to items and services and enable this, you can see this error, which means that you cancel this preferences and first you need to close this screen. Only then it should work. And that's not only for the inventory configuration, that goes same for all the areas of QuickBooks. So I'll go back to edit and preferences, go to company preferences, and then click on inventory and purchase orders are active. Click OK. And it will say that QuickBooks must close all the open windows to make the changes. Click OK. And then we will manually open the home tab again. Now we can see that we have some further options right here. So let's go to item and services again and create the new item. And now we can see the inventory part here. So Corolla windscreen is our first part. I'll just copy and paste the name. I can define the subcategory and manufacturer's part number, whatever. And we can also choose the category here. So let's say the category is car parts. We can define the subcategories, but let's keep it simple. Corolla windscreen. Okay, now we have to define the unit of measure. So let's enable it, and it's asking you if it is a single unit of measure or multiple unit of measure. I'll select single because we are buying and selling in the same measurement. Multiple is used where you buy in, let's say, kgs and you sell in grams, or you buy in pack of 12 but you sell it in each or pieces. But in this case, we have a bigger size of inventory item. So we buy in single pieces and we sell in single pieces. So pieces or each will be the single unit of measure that we will create. So single unit of measure per item. Let's click next. And it says count. Is your inventory is in count, length, weight, volume, area? I'll select count. Count is all used for each, boxes, case and all. So click next. We will choose each as our unit of measure and click finish. Now here you can describe the purchase description. This will be shown in the purchase invoices. Whenever you create the purchase invoices, this will show up. So it's better to copy and paste this same item name here. And same goes for sales information. Now the cost, we have the cost here. Let's copy and paste that. By default, it goes to cost of goods sold account. And the sales price, we don't know the sales price at this point, so we will keep it blank, but the income account will be sales. So let's choose sales here, and asset account is already selected to inventory asset, everything looks good, but we just have to enter the on hand quantity, which is 40. So this makes the total value to 480,000 as of 1st of January 2024. We can also set the reorder points and also create the custom fields, but that is the part for the advanced level. Firstly, we will just learn the basics. Click next. Now let's move to the next item, which is Civic headlights. Copy and paste that. Select the category. Now we have already created the category, so it makes it easier for us the next time. So unit of my year, as you can see that we have already created the unit of my year. We don't have to create it again. Now let's copy and paste the sales information. Sales account is already selected. Inventory asset and cost of goods sold is selected. Just we have to mention the rate here, and we will mention the quantity here, which is 10. This makes up the total to 350,000. So 350,000 is the total. All good. Just change the date to 1st of January 2024. Okay, let's say that I have made a mistake and I haven't changed the date. So what I can do now? Let's say I've already entered this. So if you have made any mistake, you will just select the item, right click and click on the quick report. Here you can see a mini report here. If you can't see your transactions, just change the dates to all, and then you will be able to see the transaction. Now it says here 27 May. So let's change this, double click, and from here you can change the details. Save and close. So this is how you make the changes if you have made any mistake. Now let's continue to our next item, and that is Suzuki wheel cups. We already do have a category. Unit of my year will be each. Let's copy and paste the same for all. Cost price is 250. Sales price is 0. We don't know now. In the income account, I'll choose sales, and let's just only select the quantity and we are good to go. So 1st of January 2024. So total value is 10,000. That's good. Click next. And if it asks you to check the spelling and says that this is not in the dictionary, you can add it or ignore it, whatever you want. This is the next blank screen, the final entry of inventory, car parts, each. Let's copy and paste this in purchase and sales description. The cost is 600. Sales price will be nil. Income is already selected. Just we have to mention the quantity, and that is 100. This makes the total to 60,000, which exactly matches this one. So let's just change the date now. 1st of January 2024 and click OK. So guys, this is how we can enter the inventory. Now, if I want to see the trial balance until this point, how can we see that? Because we have already entered all of the ledgers now. We have entered the receivables that is indirectly linked to customers. So we have updated the customers, which is indirectly linked to customers. So we updated the customers and update their balances, and it automatically updates this balance. Same goes for the vendors, and now we have also updated the stock. So this trial balance should show this same total. So I'll go to the reports and go to accounts and taxes and see the trial balance from here. Now you can change it to all. Now we will check all of these balances, but as we can see that everything looks good apart from this area, which says uncategorized income and expenses. Actually, let's change this font size because it's look so small. So customize the report font and numbers. I'll click on change font and let's change it to, let's say 14. Yes, and okay. Now we can see it properly. So we only need to change this one. Uncategorized income, uncategorized expenses. That is what we need to sort out. Otherwise, rest all of the balances are good. So in the next video, I'll show you how to adjust this trial balance.